Sorry, folks, we had some tech issues. It is 1-1 in the bottom of the seventh. We got first and second. Ryan's up, 2 outs, and we're in the bottom of the seventh. A clean single walks the game off for the Juggernauts. Sorry, we missed you for about a couple minutes. We had some tech issues. Connor throws it inside. Good take by Ryan. Working the count here, battling back. So this inning started with 2 strikeouts and an intentionally walked Stant and then a walk to Tim, and Ryan's up now. And Connor relieved Whitener. Just missed. Now it's bases loaded. Sorry, we had a brief interruption, some tech issues here in the booth. Bottom of the seventh, extra innings. It's 1-1. If you're just joining us, Whitener hit a home run in the top of the sixth to give his team a 1-0 lead, and Stan hit a 2-out home run in the bottom of the sixth to tie it up 1-1 to send it to extras. Whitener came out with a little arm injury this inning, and now Connor is in the game. Bases loaded, Sarno's up. So any kind of hit or walk, the Juggernauts walk it off. Connor's hoping to send us to the 8th inning. Sarno last at bat struck out against Connor. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike, bases loaded. Tailed inside underneath Sarno's hands to make it 1-2.
What a big spot here. One of the biggest spots that we'll have all day.
Gathering behind the mound. Here we go, huge pitch here. Oh, just missed being a wild pitch. Nobody wants to see a walk-off wild pitch. Like maybe the Jugs, they wouldn't mind, but fans don't want to see that. So thankfully, hit the top of the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is nerve-wracking for fans, for pitcher, for the hitter. He gets him swinging outer part of the plate. Huge pitch by Connor. You see the padded fist pump. He turns around and starts yelling. Escapes a bases loaded jam. Now we're heading to the 8th inning. It's 1-1. Heading to the 8th inning. Are you good? Yeah. Heading to the 8th inning. Leading off for Wif Inc. You got Connor, Kenny, and Dan. So this game's exhausting. This is now, I believe it's now over 2.5 hours, this game. What a battle.
Yeah, like at some point when it's over, that'll be something worth talking about, is whether, the kind of toll this is going to take on these two teams. The big thing is they got the Whippets next, and the Whippets have had a long go out of it. They play for basically 6 straight hours. Now they're finally getting their first break. So I don't think there'll be too much of an advantage either way in that game in terms of fatigue.
I think, Paul, whoever gets through here, between the winner of this game and the Whippets, and the Meats and the Lemonheads might have the most arms available. Not saying fresh arms, but most arms available to
I mean,
arm-wise.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think the Juggernauts are probably still in
Sarno's
a pretty
in good position, too.
Sarno hasn't pitched much. This is
that.
Ryan's first game.
Yeah, you're right.
Everyone else, it's
good call.
With things kind of at the end of their run, obviously, Dalby's just going to go until his arm falls off. And then the Meats, it's really just Kyle at this point is really the only one they got left.
Connor leading off here for Wif Inc. Takes a ball down and inside. We're in the top of the 8th, everybody. 1-1 in the quarterfinals. The winner gets to play the Whippets in the semifinals. As you mentioned earlier, a lot of the perceived top teams are eliminated already. Usual Suspects eliminated, C4 eliminated, Phenoms eliminated, and Black Dog Country Club just lost to the Whippets. They are eliminated. So if you put money down on one of those teams, you lost. Here's Ryan pitching into his 8th inning here. High pitch to Connor, gets him chasing there. 2 strikes. I wonder if they're just going to, I know they're going to see how he feels each inning. And he still looks good. His velocity has gone down a little bit, but I wonder if they would think about making a change with Sarno at some point. He gets Connor chasing again, back-to-back high pitches. Kenny coming up here for Wif Inc. Kenny's been a little unusually quiet this game. He does have a single. Actually, he has 2 singles, so I'll take that back. And he does have a pop-up, so they've been careful with him, and Ryan's been pitching him tough. We got 1 out, nobody on base. Here's Ryan with looked a little change up there, off-speed pitch.
Just a little high.
All you heard was "ooh" from all the fans. High and outside. That had good velocity. Actually, I think Ryan's picking the spots when he wants to throw harder. Kenny has I think that first pitch was a ball, so it's 2 balls, no strikes. Kenny's looking for a pitch to drive to give his team the lead. Tim trying to pump up his brother there. Challenges Kenny, but went a little inside towards his hands. Kenny swung hard enough that he slipped in the batter's box. That happens to Kenny once in a while. Just like his dad, I don't think he's trying to hit the ball. He's trying to destroy the ball. Two strikes on Kenny. Overpowers him there.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan doesn't look like he's running out of steam.
No. I think he's... I said that, and ever since I said that, he's been blazing the ball in there.
And because I mean, he's a, it's hard to get the ball out of Ryan's hands. So, Juggernauts always have that option, and they've always got Brad, waiting in the wings. So I think they're in as good a position as anyone in his Final Four.
I think that little break he had too with Connor warming up might have helped him a little bit too. Get a little rest. You got 2 outs here, and Whitener coming up. And Whitener had that 6th inning home run to give his team what they thought was probably going to send them to the semifinals. A 1-0 lead at the time. It was in right center. Ryan's been doing a good job painting the outer part of the zone as he goes in there. Pitching from the left side of the rubber, too. Two outs, nobody on. It'd be nice to know what the pitch count is.
It's up there. It's up there for both of these guys.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to know what the pitch count is.
Here's the pitch to Whitener. Jams him inside. Ryan's been very good. In, out, in, out, in, out. Nothing's, very rarely is it leaking over the middle of the plate. If you're gonna beat him, you're gonna have to hit a pitch that's tough to hit. And Whitener did that one inning. He served at the right field. He's not just looking for someone down the middle.
That's why I think you're right. I don't think we're going to get to this 11th necessarily. I still think these next 3 innings we're going to have even if these guys don't tire out, I think someone's going to get the big hit. It's going to happen.
I might have to get another box score if we keep going. My box score goes to 10. Coming up for the Jugs in the bottom of the 8th. You got Stant leading off. I wonder what they're going to do with Stant. They're not going to intentionally walk the leadoff hitter. Stant, Tim, Ryan, and then Sarno. So they need one run to advance to the semis. Let's recap here just in case you're joining us. It was a bunch of zeros, everybody, until we got to the top of the sixth. In the sixth inning, leading off, Whitener hit a shot to right field. So check out the video on YouTube if you want to see his solo home run that gave his team a 1-0 lead. Then the bottom of the sixth, Juggernauts came up. You had a ground out by Ryan, a strikeout by Sarno, and then a 3-1 count down to their last out. Stant launched a ball to right center that ended up about 10 rows deep in right field, and to tie the game 1-1. Very dramatic home run. You can't get more dramatic than that. And then Whitener came out with a little bit of I think an arm injury. Connor came in relief. So a lot of things going on here. And now we are in the bottom of the eighth, 1-1. The winner faces the Whippets in the semis. The Whippets pretty handily beat Black Dog Country Club. Was it 5-1?
5-1, yeah.
And they're hitting the ball all over the field against Black Dog. And Black Dog was unable to muster much offense against a very fatigued pitcher in Dalby. But Dalby, a heart of a champion. I mean, an absolute incredible performance.
And it's 2 years in a row.
Team do it. It's sort of game.
2 years in a row for him, and it makes you wonder how long he could have been doing this if if not for the fact that, for a couple of years he wasn't playing, then a bunch of years he didn't have, teams that were really contending. He's kind of found the right team now, and he's just put them on his shoulders.
I mean, 2 years in a row. Is there I hate to use the word unexpected. Everybody has talent in this. This tournament's ridiculous, but the Whippets weren't expected to be in the Final Four either year.
Yeah, I mean, there were people, that were just recently saying that they overachieved last year, and, obviously Randy, put an emphatic, no to that. No way. That's, BS. Maybe other people overachieved, but, they certainly didn't.
They did, you can't say you overachieved in 1 year when back-to-back years you make the Final Four, and you beat Black Dog Country Club. I mean, it wasn't a nail-biter, folks. They beat him pretty good. It could have been worse than the 5-1 score or 5-2, whatever it ended up being, and Randy pitched a heck of a game. He's fun to watch. I like these crafty veterans. And Randy's been, battling in championship tournaments for over 20 years now.
Yeah, if I think it would probably almost definitely be the longest interval between national championships for an individual if they were to win this year, because you'd have to go back to 2003 for the last time he won a national championship. So that's 18 years.
And his dad was on that team too, right?
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, Jim Ballion was on that team. The Vipers were one of the greatest wiffle ball teams that's ever been assembled. All right, Stant leading off. Remember, he had the game-tying home run with 1 out to go. Looks like they're not intentionally walking him. Stant line drive center field. First pitch walk-off home run on the very, very first pitch. Launches it. Line drive shot to center field. Maybe they should have intentionally walked him to start the eighth inning. The Juggernauts are going to the semifinals to play the Whippets. So Stant, the game-tying home run in the bottom of the sixth, and the game-winning home run in the bottom of the eighth. The sixth inning was against Whitener. The eighth was against Connor. And Stant and Connor are such good friends. You see them hugging on the field. All these guys are good buddies. Both these teams know each other well. Paul, what a ridiculous game, right? 2-1. What a ridiculous game.
Yeah, 8 innings, a game-tying home run down to their final out in regulation. Just a great game between two teams that battled it out all year. I've battled it out the last 2 years in MAW, last 3 years really, in MAW, and they brought that to the national stage here. And a heck of a game by both teams. Both starting pitchers deserve a lot of credit, both Ryan and Dan. But in the end, it's the Juggernauts who got the best of Earl/Wif Inc. in the regular season. They won both the regular season championship in MAW and the MAW championship tournament. First team to ever win both of those. They're undisputed Mid-Atlantic champions, and now they're one step closer to adding a national title to that list.
And it seems like to me, Paul, the Jugs are on a mission. Like they were they're the nation's best. Most wins probably in the nation this year, best regular season team. They won the MAW championship, which is basically a national title, and now they're rolling into the Final Four here. And again, the Whippets are the Whippets, but the Juggernauts are going to be the favorites that game. Let's be honest. It'll be a disappointment if the Juggernauts don't end up in the finals, but you can't put anything past Dalby and the Whippets. Him and his teammates know how to win. They battle you to the very end. And the other game is the Lemonheads and Meats.
Correct, yeah. And I don't think all the Juggernauts are going to overlook the Whippets, they know they
Not
still
at
need
all.
another game here to get to where they really want to be. But yeah, they've set themselves up nicely now. So they just got they just got to keep winning one game at a time.
And the other matchup, the Meats versus the Lemonheads. I mentioned this earlier. Primarily MAW teams here. The Lemonheads, on and off for the last few years. The Meats have played there routinely. The Juggernauts all the time. We're gonna have an MAW team guaranteed in the finals. You might have an all MAW finals, and these guys know each other very well. The Whippets could, of course, upset everybody and win it all. But what a crazy tournament, and what an ending to this game. I mean, first pitch, line drive shot to center. There was no doubter. Crazy ending. And Connor knew he went down to his knees on that pitch too. And let's give the Wif Inc. a shout out. They had a battle in extra innings against Fuego and ended up walking off a win in that game. And they got walked off in this game, so they could easily be in the semis too. What a tournament by Wif Inc. What a tournament by Whitener. What a game. Connor coming in and showing his heart, whatever he had left in the tank. So what a great game. We'll be back, folks, for the semifinals. Thank you for joining us. Make sure to check out YouTube for the next live stream game. Check out Facebook